Welcome back, YouTube family. Yes, gang, gang. Here we are once again, another episode on Celebrity Harvey TV. Come sit with me, embrace me as I embrace you. So, today's subject is don't be a pretty drunk. Ooh, let's talk about it. Let's get straight to it. So, I don't know if all my viewers, if you drink alcohol or not, or wine or champagne, if you're a social drinker, if you're a moderate drinker, if you're a heavy drinker. I'm not judging anybody. Me, I consider myself a social drinker. But that doesn't mean I know my limit all the time, right? So with me taking accountability, I was like, I can't be no pretty drunk. I can't be out here gorgeous, prissy, sexy, feminine, but then a lush. That don't mix. So I was like, okay, let me get it together. Then I'm watching a movie. It's not even a movie, it's like a comedy special. Richard Pryor. And he's talking about, it's called Here and Now. And he's talking about how he's on his sobriety. And even the guests in the audience was like yelling at him, telling him he's lying, you still drinking, you still doing drugs, you ain't sober. And he stood face value, told his guests, told his viewers, told his fans that no, I am sober and I'm loving it. Even though it's different, it's a different feeling. So I was inspired. I was like, yo, this is a handsome guy, especially in his day, very popular. I love Richard Pryor. I watch all his movies. Like, I'm talking about Richard Pryor is like, he could be my uncle, because I show it, but he's definitely Uncle Richard, okay? So with that being said, me being inspired by him and just knowing his journey, because I watched the movie also, JoJo the Dancer by him, and that's one of my favorite movies because it's kind of like similar to my life story, how I grew up, like verbatim, except he's a guy and I'm a girl. So with Richard, growing up in the type of lifestyle he did as a young boy and still surviving, the adversities that he was struggling against and making it all the way to the plateau and heights of life that he still is even at, even though he's not even here no more. I'm like, that's a legend. He was a living legend and he's still a legend. So if he could do it, if he could be recovered from drugs and alcohol, I know I can. I know I could be on the road to recovery. And I mean that to say, not that I'm addicted to anything, but I do notice that when I get to drinking and I'm turning up and I'm having fun, too much fun, it's like, people like, the one thing they know about me, they're like, okay, call celebrity, because one thing she's gonna do, she's gonna turn up, she gonna party, it's gonna be a vibe. She's the vibe. She creates the vibe, good energy flowing, good chi, just her spirit, her energy. So I love that reputation for myself, but at the same time, I have to also be keen and aware of like when too much is too much, okay? Because it's such thing as too much. You could always, too much of anything is not good for you. So learning, some constraints, some discipline when it comes to partying, okay? So I know us women, guys, whoever's watching me, it's for everybody right now. You done been out, stepped out, looking fire. I'm talking about perfect, head to toe. Everything's smelling good, looking good. But by the end of the night, you like, what happened? I mean, you still look good, but you're not acting good. So now it's not even, forget about how you look, it's your actions which makes you look a little tainted. And people may not, this person acting this way, they get too much in them. So you gotta learn who you are when you're under the influence. And if you don't like yourself, and if you gotta apologize the day for things to your friends or family members because you wasn't able to handle your drink, your liquor, whatever you were sipping on, because I had to narrow it down. I think I told y'all before in the video, like, yuck, like I only could drink, I know I can handle champagne, which is like mimosas and stuff like that, and I know I can handle wine. But we talking about taking shots and Mexican candies and all this other stuff. No, not realistically, because no, especially not here in Houston. it's not, because it's just a consistent flow. Once you start going, they just keep going. And it's like, I didn't even buy this. You don't even have to buy nothing, because they gonna keep it coming. And so that's why it's also like, okay, just because they bought me a drink, that don't mean I have to drink it. But even though you want to show like, okay, gratefulness, like you kind of sip on it, don't, because they gonna keep them coming. So kind of babysit your drinks, But also, you have to be an example for yourself. You never know where you might be, where it may be someone younger, even though everybody might be grown of age to be in the building, but it's still, you have to be an example for the people that's younger than you, or people that just look up to you. They may be the same age as you, but they still may admire you. So that's something that I'm conscious of, aware too, when I go out and I'm under the influence and I'm drinking and I'm having fun with my friends. So now, my personal life, that's what they say. When you're under influence, you get to tell the truth, and then you expose everything. So that's another reason why, no, I cannot be. And anybody vibing with me now, I'm serious, because y'all, we cannot be out here being pretty drunks. You can't be a handsome drunk. You so handsome, you fine, but you over here slouched over, you throwing up, but you handsome, no, but now you over here throwing up. Or now you acting belligerent and you ready to fight everybody in the club because now you didn't have one too many, and now you didn't get triggered about an old memory. Ain't nobody got time for that. When you're an adult, we come out to have a good time. We come out to handle our, whatever you're doing, do it in moderation. You know your limit, learn your limit, because you don't want to end up with a DUI. Thank God I don't ever and never got one. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like, I'm grateful. And anybody that has one, because I got friends right now that come and pick me up, and they still the DD. They're the DD, the designated driver, and they got a DUI. Make this make sense? So, but I'm the one that's looking out for them, even though I be under influence too. Thank God. See, God, because I don't be drinking and driving. Now, my friends, they got their situations going on. If they need me to take over the wheel, I'll take the wheel, because I'm going to make sure we get home. Everybody know that. So, yeah, this subject was about being a pretty drunk, a pretty addict. Whatever you do, just do it with moderation, do it with class, do it with care and concern, because you love yourself so much, so you're not going to abuse your body, you're not going to abuse what you're doing. If you do anything, you could do it socially, and you can still do it in moderation, so you could be inept and you could be aware of your surroundings and your settings. Thank God I'm always around good people who look out for me. Like, if I leave my drink next to somebody, they may check me on it and say, "Celebrity, don't do that." And I'm like, "But it's you." They're like, "Even if it's me." They say, "People not playing fair." I say, "You know what? Thank you, humbly. I appreciate it." Because they're right. They're absolutely right. So you gotta party safe. You gotta have fun. Even if you invite people to your home, you still gotta party safe, because you don't want to get caught slipping, thinking somebody is one way and they really another way. So it's just so many settings where people may take advantage of you because you're gorgeous, you're handsome, and they think that you like, "Oh, yeah, we got one. They fly, and they got some money, and they drunk too. Let's hit their pockets." No, ain't no pocket checking around here. We not at Crenshaw High School. Them days are over, okay? So everybody, all my viewers, I love y'all. I love y'all. Please, partying. It's 713 day. I'm finna pop out today. I'm probably gonna go to camp. I'm gonna go do something for sure, because I don't know. I gotta do something today. We've been in the house. It's been Hurricane Burrow raining down on us. It's supposed to even rain again today, starting back at 2 o'clock. But it's July, and we gonna make it. We gonna stay alive, and we gonna stay out of trouble. And we're going to be conscious of how we do what we do, and we're doing what we're doing. And we're going to do it. We're going to stay in our godlike, goddess energy. We're going to stay in our emperor energy. We're going to stay in the royal energy, because we don't have time to be getting in no trouble with the po-pos, with the fofos, with no ops, with nobody. We don't have time to be none of that. So I'm speaking to myself. I'm going to keep it classy. I'm not going to be no pretty drunk. So from now on, this moment, we're going to do everything in moderation. We're going to still have fun. We're going to still turn up. But it's going to be within, like, just enough. I'm going to just give you just enough. Just enough. Just to make you come back. So peace, love, no drugs. And I'll see you again on the next episode. So stay safe in the meantime, and enjoy the holidays that's coming up as well, but try to stay sober as much as you can, because the body can't take too much of that. The liver just, you already know what happens the next day after you already toe up, all right? Toodles, peace and love.